Hey everyone, this is Ryan B with Practical Forex Trading. This is your weekly analysis for gold. So gold price versus the US dollar. The date is April 26, 2020. If you want to stay up to date with all of our videos, make sure you click that red subscribe button. Okay, so this is the weekly chart for gold. Currently my sentiment is bullish. Now we've got resistance dead ahead at the $1,800 mark. As we can see here in our chart, this weekly chart, each one of these candles represents a week of price action. We've got recently some bullish candles. Let me go ahead and reframe this. A lot of buying strength, bullish momentum moving well ahead of the weekly moving average. We're staying on top of that. You know, 3 simultaneous or successive bullish candles, but we are approaching this resistance zone, which historically has been the ceiling. So we go all the way back to 2011, 2012. We see highs at the $1,800 mark. We had an initial volatile breakthrough, then quickly sold off. Price then failed to get above 1,800 for a number of attempts. So expect price to stall there as we approach it. And looks like we should hit that pretty soon, within the next few weeks, I would imagine, if things continue as they are. So if we were to mirror this channel here with a parallel trend channel, we see that price is really kind of moving on top of right here. So we see, think about like support and resistance, but instead of being completely horizontal, it's an angle, so trends over time. We see that price is moving, well above that. So as long as price stays in this ascending triangle, this wedge here, we should expect bullish all the way to 1,800. Another scenario that might happen, the more probable scenario, is it'll hit 1,800. We'll see a little bit of a sell-off. It'll come back down to about 1,650 to 1,680, and then price will continue to climb. So, good news for gold. Definitely moving bullish. If once price reached 1,800, there was another big sell-off, similar to what we saw back here, I think the most we'd see price go down, we'd be back down to around this 1,500 mark where we've got support. Let's go ahead and map that out. We can see here we're about $1,500 and $1,550, even all the way back to that same time period, 2011 to 2012. That was near-term support. We see recently that line was tested, and then there was a lot of buying that happened right there. So even if we went all the way to 1,800 and it came back down, looks like the bullish momentum, as long as we stay above that 1,550 mark, we're looking good for bulls on gold. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Here's our daily. So now each candle represents a day worth of price action. So we can see here the smaller trend within our price action. Let's go ahead and mark this up. So you can see now this trend line here is the very broad angle, right? So that's our long-term trend. But within the broad angles, you're going to find short-term trends that have a little bit more of a high angled trajectory. So, for example, we see here, this trend line here, the underside was tested back in August of 2018, right? We see that. Then price moves above it, came back down, sat on top of it, moved, went below, came back above, right? Slowly moving up, came back down, touched right here at 1450, and then now we're moving well ahead. So at some point, price will have to come down, but the good news is this broader short-term trend line, we say short-term, it's still multi-year, is moving at a pretty high velocity rate, so that just gives me more faith in the overall buy. So even if at this point, if prices were to come down through 2020, back down to 1,600, looks like another great buying opportunity for gold. Okay, everyone have a great week. I hope you make lots of money.